Hello and welcome to part 2 on how to create animated light ribbons using Blender. In this part we'll model the first ribbon, turn it into a cloth, and add a turbulence force to get it moving. Let's start by pressing Shift A and adding a mesh plane. Set the X dimension of the plane to 50. Next we will loop cut the ribbon. Press Tab to enter edit mode. And press Ctrl R to add a vertical loop cut. Roll your mouse wheel forward until there are 49 cuts. As you can see here, the cuts should line up with the grid. Go ahead and click to add the cuts, and then press Tab or Escape to cancel out of moving them. Now let's merge the vertices on the ends of the ribbon. Rotate the camera to one end, select the two vertices on the end, press Alt-M and select Merge at Center. Then rotate the camera to the other end and repeat this process. Next we'll press Tab to exit edit mode, then press Ctrl A and apply rotation and scale. That's it for the basic ribbon. Let's press Shift D to duplicate it. Then press M to move it to another layer as a backup. Before we forget, let's rename our ribbons. Rename plane to ribbon.000 and rename plane 1 to backup.ribbon.000. We are also done with the properties sidebar, so let's go ahead and press N to toggle it off. Alright, let's turn our ribbon into a piece of cloth. Select the ribbon, click on the Physics button, and select Cloth. Set the mass to 5.0, Structural to 5.0, Bending to 0.005, Spring to 50.0, Air to 0.001, and the speed multiplier to 0.05. You'll also want to turn off cloth collision, set the cloth cache end frame to 4320, and reduce gravity's influence to 0. Now let's press Shift A, add a turbulence force, and rename it to Force Turbulence. Set the strength to -100, the flow to 10, and the noise to 10. Let's see how it looks so far by clicking play to run the animation. It's barely noticeable, but the ribbon is moving. Let's increase the cloth's speed multiplier to 10 for a moment. So far so good. So let's drop it back down to 0.05. At this point the ribbon looks very rigid, so let's fix that. Click the Modifiers button, then Add Modifier, and select Subdivision Surface. That's better. We'll leave the subdivisions at 1 for view, but go ahead and crank it up to 6 for render. And that's it for part 2 of this tutorial. If you find these videos to be helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. In part 3, we'll create a custom gradient texture to apply to our ribbon. This will give the ribbon some variation in color. See you then.